Therefore, child, the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. His name is bigger than all names here on earth. God loves you. I'm still on the topic, as I taught you on first service, about holiness. God created you to be a sanctuary. God created you to be a house of worship. The greatest thing that, the worst thing that can ever happen to you, if the temple is defiled, the house is defiled, the presence of God never comes closer. People has been taking advantage of God. You know, when God is just helping you, it looks like it's by your power. No. Today in the first service, I've taught you about the defilement and the holiness. But I want to centralize of the sanctuary now. What I mean by sanctuary is a place of worship. How you can be tracked down in a place of worship. How you can be defied in a place of worship. How you can serve God from January to December, at the end you don't have a good result. Business may be going well, fine. But the spiritual backup on it is something you need to understand. Because if God is a spirit, we have to act like one. If God is the maker, we need to act like one. If God has never been defeated by any or other creature, that, I can't see a reason why you can be defeated by anybody. If you can value the sanctuary. Now, your body and the house of God. In Hebrew, it's called Bet Knesset, synagogue, the temple, a tabernacle, a place of worship. In the book of Job, or Job in Hebrew, it said a time came that people of God gathered in the presence of God, and demon was there. In the morning you bet. You go to your wardrobe and pick up clothes to wear. Pick up shoes, slippers. A woman, you apply at makeup. I'm going to church. In your mind, while you are going to church, you need salvation. And you need to go and serve God, to worship. But in the same place you come to do all these things, will be the same place the attack will start. Sometimes, if you are initiated and manipulated, you forget who you are. Okay, I'm going to take you to Holy Book in the book of Malachi chapter 1, verse 11. The book of Malachi chapter 1, verse 11. I want you to rise and we'll read it together. Malachi, you rise. I need your voice now. We rise. Chapter 11, 1 to go. For from the rising of the sun, even going down of the same, my name shall be greater among the Gentiles, and in every place incense shall be offered unto my name, and a pure offering for my name shall be great among the heathen, says the Lord of hosts. Somebody say something. Say it again. Yeah, you can see that. He said, every place. Every place that people will gather and burn incense for my name, I'm there. And every place that people will bring out offering, a pure offering for my name, I am there. I shall be great among them. Meaning, I shall make them holy. You gather in the highest church in this town, in the smallest church, in this town, a place of worship has to be holy. Because God is there. People gather for God, and God is there. And in the same place is the place you have shake of faith. At that shake, the essence of shaking of faith, boiling of mind, is to divide you. Is to put defilement in you. I'm done, I'm serving here. They don't respect people. You don't talk about God, the respect of God. You are talking about your own respect. House of God is just like a market square. The only difference about the house of God and market square is they have directors that direct things, fixing things, trying to arrange things. It is the same place you come to obtain salvation that the defilement of your holiness comes. If you are not interested of a place of worship, God said in his word that wherever people gather, I am there. Among the hidden, I'm there. Among the Gentiles, I am there. Among those that claim the Jewish, I'm there. Religious people, I'm there. Those out of religion, I'm there. As long as they gather in my presence with sacrifice and offering, I'm there. So can't you see this? Sacrifices you give, God is interested. It's holy. The offerings is holy. Then you that brought a holy thing, you need to go with holy life. It's the same place that somebody will tell you, are you going to that place? The way they are treating you in that place? I remember some times ago, I've been paying some people that comes around me, my workers. Some of them, they were nothing. They joined my ministry, and I employed them. And temptation come. He said, how much is he paying you? So he's paying me some amount of money. He said, I'm going to take you somewhere where they will pay you bigger. Temptation will brought you out. Temptation will take you out and drop you on the way. Then there you'll be stranded. In the church. In the church, you will see somebody. It's unlike you. Come closer to me. And you are coming closer to him or her. In the process of that, that person will useless, your vision will useless, your life, and drop you on the way. You are stranded. In the church. So why come into the church? You need to be very, very careful. Tell somebody, say, are you hearing this? Tell somebody, say, are you hearing this? You need to be very, very careful. In the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 3. Okay. Ecclesiastes chapter 5. Verse 1 to 3. He said, be careful. I want to read this, please. Ecclesiastes chapter 5. Verse 1 to 3. There's so many things you need to be very, very careful about it. And this is not the way we are doing it in our former church. In our former church, it's where you are coming from, where you were suffering, and God brought you here for you to have a transformation. And you don't want to talk, you're still talking about the Egyptians. Because you have been manipulated, and you're in bondage. That's why you left and joined a new family. To have a new change. And you are still talking about that former. When Moses brought them out of the land of Egypt, at a point they say, it's better we go back. Moses said, God forbid. You are walking towards your own house, your own land, your own inheritance, and you want to go and be a stranger, a tenant. There's a difference between a tenant and a landlord. Who wants to be a landlord here? Who wants to be a landlord here? Who wants to be a tenant here? Everybody down. That the same spirit, woman of God, are you hearing me? Manipulated you, destroy you, finish your business, finish your life, and Heavenly Father use somebody and directed you or direct you to throne of Elias, where something new will come. In the first month, second month, third month, fifth month, you think that you are the citizen. You can say whatever you want to say because opportunity of leadership has been given to you as a youth director, as a choir, as this, that, and you are refining this issue to your former. You want to go back to Egypt. This is where transformation is. The mistake you have done in the former has to be corrected here in the new place. I don't know whether I'm talking to church. If I'm talking to you up there, just give a round of applause to Jesus. I like that quotation. Okay. It said, keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of God, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of the fool. For they consider not that they do evil. So why comes in the area of God? Be careful. Focus on divine business. Don't somebody say focus on divine business. When you come, focus. Because this is your altar. Several times all this while this holidays time, I am in the church here, walking, and sometimes I'll come in here. You see people kneeling down here, praying. And sometimes you see them, they drop seed, offering, envelope on the altar here, ordinary day, every day. And when I want to open, to come inside here, I open quietly, but my workers, they do, I used to caution them. Your former place will happen to be a place where you were caught by evil spirits. From who? From the people around you there. Because God is in need of you, that is why he brought you to this new place. So that you consider the former and the new. And you want to remind us and refer us to the former. Or another family that is not existing here. You are a hypocrite. You need a change. That is why some people, you left church, a place of worship. The next thing that happened to you is bad news. But you are coming out from church. If the spiritual director cannot see everything, the prayers you pray, the angels touch you. And when they touch you, something start happening in your life. And you will see changes. And sometimes that spirit will be telling you, you see that sister? Next Sunday, if he do that thing he do today, slap him, slap her. The first time you entered, you were coming with sorrows and tears. And you are convinced that I have seen a place I worship my God. And with all your heart, you see changes in your life. Somebody was calling me and giving me a testimony. I called my woman. I said, wife, why is it this person is calling me as if I'm the one that built the house for them? And this person was always, every time, Daddy, I thank you. I bless you. The house you built for us. How did I build? I contributed damn. He said, your word built house for me. The word you imparted in me bring change that I can save and build a house for my family. I'm talking to this woman. Stand. You see, your house. He said, our house. Which house? I'm not the one that built the house. He said, your word. What you are teaching me. Why that testimony? Because that person open up and absorb, make use of faith and testimony always coming out in that person's mouth. Celebrate Jesus. In my word, I'm always telling you that righteousness is all about what? If you cannot mind your business, you always make mistake upon mistake upon mistake. As somebody was coming to church, and when you see the wife of your pastor, this woman safe, you have been manipulated. Whether you frame your face, you change your face, or pastor's wife, listen to me wherever you are. Whether they are framing their face against you, change. They are corrupt and possessed. And they are going with curses. Because you cannot be a wife of pastor. If you're opportune to be a wife of a pastor and see such thing happening to you, maybe you notice. When you lift up your hand, your heart is not telling you blessing to them. Whenever we gather in the house of God to obtain good, not bad. Prophet Moses. It's in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 11, 12, 13, 14. He said, today I call heaven and earth to bear witness the church, the choice you will make. He said, but if for me, let for me, I will tell you to make a choice of good life, not curse. So God blessed and God curses. The familiar spirits from your house, from your family, the initiation spirit during the school time, they will wait for you in the church. A young lady gets up on January and says, I'm done with that life. That's what she said. She said, I'm done with that life. She knows the life she's talking about. A young man said, I am done with that life. You know the life you are talking about. He said, now I'm going to give my life to Jesus. I'm going to give my life to God. Then you start coming to church. Serving God. Seeing yourself as a child of God. In the process of time. Because you are not strong. And your faith has to be terminated by evil spirits. The things you say, I'm done with. You see yourself doing it more than before. The thing you say, I'm not going to do it again. You see yourself doing it. But you made a vow, January, February, I said, I'm done. I'm going to face my business. I'm going to face my God. And sometimes when people are talking to you in the church, this small girl. You see yourself. We want to have a youth meeting. We want to have group meeting. When we come out to group meeting, please, you people should do that. You are doing. I'll have appointments somewhere. Someone who come to look for salvation. And that person is seeing that all people around here, you are not our class. If we are not your class, the God whom we come to serve here is bigger than you. Hello?